Hello everyone. Today I will show how we can translate a song to a composition. In another word, how we can inspire by music to create a composition. I'm going to show two different techniques. One of them is collage composition and then another one is watercolor composition. And the song I'm going to use is E Zimbra by Talking Heads. Let's listen to that. The next step would be analyze the song and answering these questions. What are its characteristics? How is it structured? Is it complex? What is its mood? What forms does it contain? What is its tempo? Is it harmonious or full of contrast? So answering these questions would be a tool for us to make a composition. Now we need some tools to create a composition. For example, design principles, colors, composition, shapes, analyze sign. So we can take advantage of these tools and use them to create a song. For example, for design principles, we have emphasis, balance, contrast, repetition, proportion, movement, and then we can analyze what are these principles are existing in the song, and also what are the psychological meanings behind the geometrical shapes. For example, for squares, reliable stability and a sense of order is behind the squares. And for colors, for examples, red color has energy, attention, and green color has a meaning of stability, balance, and harmony. So now we have these tools. Let us start to make a collage composition. For collage composition, we should take a look back at the two charts I prepared for colors and also for geometrical shapes and see what is the psychological meanings behind each. For example, based on the song, I thought that using squares because they have a sense of stability, and also using a yellow color and also orange because they have a sense of happiness, creativity, fun. Kind of, I can represent the the background that is um, existing in this song for I think um, the percussion instrument, and also using circles because they have a sense of harmony to kind of to keep the the balance composition and also using green um, these green repetition, small repetition, because I noticed some um, repetition in the song. And also for um, I'm using triangles because triangles have a sense of movement and direction. And also I think using small pieces of triangles can um, could give a sense of that fast repetition that kind of exists in the song. Generally, I think we should pay attention to the to design principles why we are making a composition. Like for this composition, I try to pay attention as a whole composition to keep balance, or to have a kind of a sense of unity, because I think the song has these design principles, a sense of unity, balance, and then we should pay attention to those design principles while we are making the composition. Since there are some parts in the song that different layers are being played simultaneously, and then you can recognize each layer separately, I thought that maybe using trace paper can give this sense with different shapes: triangle, rectangle. I'm going to do the same process with another technique, watercolor, to kind of inspire by that song, and also translate it into a watercolor composition. For watercolor composition, we should first pay attention that there are three techniques in watercolor. One of them is dry dry, dry on dry, better say, dry paint, dry canvas, wet dry, wet paints, dry canvas, and the third one, the last one, is wet wet, is wet paints and wet canvas. So I thought that wet wet technique, which is wet paints on wet canvas, would be the best representation for the song. And then I'm going to use three colors based on the color charts and psychological meanings, and then kind of um, translating the background in the music. Small, fast repetition, like with using these shapes with different colors. And then, based on the analyzing the song, and then kind of pulling out some design principles from the song, I thought that maybe for the vocal layer, I can create this movement, kind of gestural um, shape in watercolor. And also for the electrical guitar, that kind of it creates some small repetition, and it's a kind of melody. I thought that maybe creating some these small pieces on top of all layers could be a translation, and then using and then finally, I think to to kind of give the sense of that fast pace that the song has, I can use this technique, what I'm using, to create some small pieces with black and white on top of all layers, to kind of give the sense of this fast repetition that song has, kind of general mood of the song. Now let's listen to the music along with the two composition I created.